Hey there, fellow expeditioners. Welcome back to playthrough of Clair Obscur Expedition 33. I am Stubbs the Wizard, your host of the most. And we left off fighting this merchant. And I defeated him not on video. Should probably have captured it and cut it, and put it out there. But anyway, it was actually Verso that was able to get him because his counterattacks do so much damage. I'm gonna have to figure out my other ways that other characters do that. I've also edited some of my pictos, so I wanted to show you Lune. So she depends a lot on getting critical hits to get stains, and so I've given her some pictos that I don't care as much about the like the critical stun, 100% critical damage on hitting a stun target. I don't care as much as of that as I do where it says, see there, it adds 681 to defense, which I don't care as much about that. But the critical rate is 23%. Random defense, I think this is actually a horrible picto because you're more likely to take more damage than you are to take less damage. Um, but it increases the critical rate by 34%. So between these two, what is that? 50. It increases it by 57% on the critical. Then you add another 23. And so that is what 80% is added to the critical. So she should be able to be getting stains now. And I'm thinking about getting Monoco out of the team, except I'm terrified of not getting a leg. Um, we'll see about that. So one thing I think about, you know what, I'm gonna experiment with Maelle in terms of I'm gonna keep her hair because that's a real Maelle. I like that, and this is the real Maelle outfit. But I think one of the things I might do is, since she's a patroness, um, I guess she could probably wear whatever she wants. I don't know. That's a nice looking outfit, and it's almost like she's saying I can be casual and still wreak havoc on everybody, you know. So anyway, we'll see how that does. I might change it back to her more combat ready clothing. But anyway, we've gotten with this merchant. Everything's open, and I have bought what I could with the money I had. I mean, he's got really expensive stuff. So I made a note in my notebook to go back to Sacred River um, because I'm trying to keep a notebook here of like merchants where I have don't fall into the river. Merchants that I have not sold out. But anyway, we have revived Monoco, the Sacred River. Had to fight Queen Golga for it. That was a fun fight. And my buddy I'm Not Great, who actually recommended this game to me, and great recommendation, I'm Not Great. You ought to check out his channel. It's similar to mine. If you like mine, you'll like his. And we synergize our channels a lot in terms of we'll play the same games. We have different play styles, but that's great. That's what makes the world go round. Where's the stupid flag? Okay, I don't need the flag. So he's part of the Free Time Creators Collective with me, and he recommended this. But when I was fighting Golgra earlier in the Gestural Village, she did one kick and killed Maelle. And like, okay, I will come back and. Oh, first one was wants to talk. He was probably a minute. Okay, we'll start this in a second. And so he, without giving us point, said, "Hey, for a future boss, you might want to learn some of Golgr's moves because they're similar. So he basically, yeah, it's similar because it's Golgra. So anyway, that was good. And it was a fun fight. Okay, so Verso, now we're going to talk to Monoco. Because his like, I guess, loyalty quest, if I put it that way, would be was to revive Noco from the Sacred River, which we have. Verso approaches Monoco.
You okay? At least Noco is safe and can begin readjusting.
Every time he returns, he is slightly changed. I mourn the loss of who he was before, but he's still there. My old mentor.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't realize that was Monoco's mentor.
Thank you, my friend.
Monoco seems about to cry. They've always been best friends, but Verso and Monoco's bond grows even stronger from their adventure. It's really interesting because the real Verso was actually dead. He died in a fire, and where Maelle, well, actually, Alicia, was severely burned. And so this is the mom, Aline, her rendition of Verso, and Monoco was made by Verso. It was kind of cool. It's deliciously complicated, but their bond grows stronger from their adventure. Only up to 6. They spend a bit more time together as Verso cheers Monoco up. They return to the others. Hey, we got a record from it. Alright, let's talk to him to be sure.
So, how are you going to win back their trust?
You're really enjoying this, aren't you?
Can't rely on good hair and charm anymore. So, what's the plan? Well, at least everyone's still talking to you. That's a start.
It is. Yes, let's spend time, get the relationship to level 7, the max. Verso approaches Monoco. He knows exactly what Monoco is thinking. He's thinking ...
Noco always said that he didn't mind waiting in the queue. Why were you so adamant about bringing him back sooner?
There was never supposed to be a queue. Verso wanted us to experience the excitement of new beginnings. He gave us the gift of the river. Why shouldn't we use it?
That's a good point. That's the real Verso. That this is his canvas they're all in. ...
Noco found me after the fracture. Noco raised me, taught me, protected me. It's my turn to protect him. That's how it works.
That's pretty beautiful, really.
He took care of me. Now I take care of him. Except I can't.
Because of me.
I know why you're doing this. And I know how it might end. I'm not gambling on tomorrow.
I know how it might end. I can't believe that's interesting. I have a theory about this. So far, my theories have been fairly accurate. I will not be surprised if Rembrandt pops in at some point. I don't think he will, because they said that they're at war with the writers. The painters are.
Monoco. Why help me then, if...
For Verso. And for you.
My friend.
Verso gave us many new beginnings. He would have wanted a new beginning for you too.
Yeah, it's interesting. They know that they are creations, inside a painting.
You deserve a new beginning. If you want one. Every one of us does. ... Now come over here and let's snuggle.
Okay, well that just got weird. Oh, yeah, I gotta do it. Little spoon?
Little spoon.
Obviously.
My gosh. Monoco and Verso understand each other more than ever. Yeah, I think if you're in a spoon position with somebody, you probably understand them pretty well. That's funny. The bond that shares unbreakable. Hey, earned a trophy about Monoco getting his level all the way up. Now we gotta work on Maelle. Their heartfelt conversation reminded Monoco that actually there's another skill he had forgotten. Breakpoint. Let's see what that is. Spend more time together being weird and sentimental before turn to the others. Weird and sentimental, yeah. Pretty funny. But that's a pretty well written relationship, because you would, like with your good friend in a really, you'd have jokes like that about snuggling and stuff, like in a not like homosexual fashion necessarily. It's just, I mean, just remember from the army, we just say all sorts of stuff that just, it was just to deepen the bond and stuff like that. So that, I think that's really well written. But here's what I think. I think the question, the moral question we're gonna have to answer is, Maelle has a point of view where she wants to bring everybody back, like Ciel's husband. Now Ciel would like that too. That's why she cut off relations with this Verso, even though she knows they're in a painting. And I'm not sure how Verso feels about it, but Renoir says we have to end it and get back to reality. And so here's the thing. It's really sort of emotional and not easy, but I'm going to probably get vilified for this a little bit, but I agree with Renoir, because they all know that they are painted, and at some point it's going to probably end, and either not real, right, and or are they real? What makes something real? That's a moral question too, right? And so, but in reality, she is back in Paris with her parents that are, well, her mom's not in the painting anymore, but her dad is, waiting for Lumiere, with a burn face and all this stuff. And there's something to be said for that's real, and you have to just face what the reality is, So I think that's gonna be the question between her and Renoir is, do you say, hey, we're going to keep this up? We're not going to, in other words, Renoir wants to destroy Verso's canvas that they're in, because that'll bring closure and let his family finish the grieving process and move on with their lives. Not forgetting Verso, but moving on in a healthy manner with their grief intact. And that's what he wants for his family. And as long as it's painting's here, they really can't, because Aline will keep going in there and bring Verso back to life. This sort of homunculus that is Verso. So anyway, that's my thought. Is there's going to be a moral question at the end. I don't know who between, probably Maelle. Well, Maelle certainly, because she's the one that wants to bring everybody back, and then probably Renoir, to say we need to destroy the painting, which is tough. It's not an easy question particularly. So that's, and I think it's going to be between Maelle and Renoir, because they are the two painters. He's a painter, she's a paintress, and so it's I don't know. I'm probably not supposed to, but from a, I don't know, moral viewpoint. Not a moral viewpoint, but my viewpoint is Renoir is probably more right than he is wrong. They need to destroy this painting and let Verso go, and so they can continue their lives. Because they're also having in the middle of a war in Paris with the writers. So it's interesting. The people that are the authors and poets and stuff are warring with the painters. And it would be interesting if there was a sequel that comes out to this that is from the writer's point of view, not the painters. Because I will indicate, I have written some, published some, but you can actually, writing is a great art form because the thing is people's imagination makes the picture, right? So, like when you watch a Stephen King movie, or a movie based on a Stephen King book, for instance, it's never as good as the book. Well, why is that? Well, it's because the producers, even though it's good, they've made it applicable to the largest audience. Like this scary monster's got to be, let's do this and that, and it's good. It's pretty scary. But when you read the book, your imagination is what is putting the picture together. And so a lot of times you watch the movie like, well, yeah, okay, that's cool. I didn't think of it that way, but man, that wasn't as scary as it was in my mind when I read the book. But anyway, all right, enough philosophy from Stubbs the Wizard. I think next we're going to handle Maelle's quest. Go to sleep. There's a merchant over there. Did I ever talk to this merchant? Hi, humans care for a good deal. Yes, I do. Children of Lumiere. Another record. I don't really know how many records we're supposed to get. I'm sure there's a trove for it. I can look it up. But I would not be surprised if there are 33 records. Because I switched to 33. Okay. He is sold out. Okay, so now we want to go.
Flashing through the sky.
Is this the right direction? Oh, you know what? I'll try some first. I think this blue part here is where you can go underwater. First of all, let me make sure this is where we're going to land up here. Let's see. No, we're not even close. Oh shoot, I want to go to that painted. There's so much to do. Oh yeah, no, we're in the right. Yeah, that's the right direction. The Reacher. But I'm gonna go. I think that's shimmering. Cannonball. It's where you go into water. No? Oh. Color of Lumina. Oh, it's a treasure. Wait, there was some place. Alright,
Sky.
I'm gonna have to. Where was that? Okay, I didn't know that that was treasure. There was a big dude out in all right, we'll go work on Maelle's axon.
Flashing through the sky. Flashing through the sky.
Oh, I missed. I'm a dillweed. That should be close enough. Alright. The Reacher. So this should... Now we're trying to find Alicia. So here's what I found interesting. So the sort of quasi-antagonist is Renoir here, but he's not really evil at all. But uh-oh, something's happening. That thing was huge.
Another axon. How did it get so large?
She wasn't always this tall. She's obsessed with reaching the stars, so...
Papa and his parables.
Parables?
He never paints just to paint. Everything has to have layers and layers of meaning and purpose. Everything's a lesson.
Well, that's a good dad.
What's the lesson with this one?
Hope.
Lizzie. My sister's at the top.
And Papa knows I have vertigo.
Uh-oh. Well, you know, I don't know about that because she also has a burned face but doesn't show up here, so maybe vertigo won't either. I don't even know. Is the axon the tower? We'll find out.
She who grasps the sky.
I hate climbing.
Well, we're in for climbing, so... I was making a point about Renoir when I had the cutscene. Oh yeah, one thing I was going to say is interesting that in the game, his wife's name is Aline, A-L-I-N-E, and she's a paintress. In fact, she was... Hey, there's a balloon over there. That will be fun. Wow, that's way up there. And in real life, Renoir's wife was Aline, A-L-I-N-E. Oh, you can't get there without being able to destroy those things. What in the world is going on here? Are they friendly? No, they're not. How come nobody wants to talk anymore? I might be able to lose some life from this
Sweet taste of battle.
He's got legs. Alright, this is why I have Monoco. Because once... I'm not sure these guys would respond. Let's see, he is at heavy. Can't do... much. We'll do sack of baton explosion. Alright, she's gonna do Stendhal because that thing slaps. That guy's got a frying pan on his head. Both got legs for him. We're gonna go with this guy. He looks like he has more weapons. He might shoot lasers out of his eyes. He's also got a big nail and a hammer. Wow, that Stendhal does so much. Alright, now I've had her set to get a whole bunch of criticals, which she needs because we need stains. So let's see if that helped with the Pictos.
Elements converge.
Look at that, 4 criticals. Good deal. And now we should be able to do her. Well, we don't need. This guy's going to die pretty soon. But now we should be able to go right into Elemental Genesis, or whatever. I can't remember what it's called, but the one that does a crap ton of damage with the 4 stains. Alright, he isn't a caster wheel. Doesn't matter, he doesn't have enough. Let's see if we can find a weak spot on him. Do we see anything? No. We'll just have to attack.
Careful, Maelle.
Back to the spoon. Getting the pairing down, but Blight is a status effect that reduces the max health of the character. It is possibly affected by multiple instances of Blight. Each instance reduces health by max health by 2%. Alright. She's at 7. We'll go with Puree. Puree.
This and precision.
I think Monoco got 2 legs from that, maybe. Or Felon's Foot. And that's it. Let's see what that does. Oh, he didn't have a Picto. Let's get him one. We'll put him back with second chance. That's what he had before. Usually I have him get the Pictos powered up. Hey, what happened? Second chance. Alright. Added some health too. Alright, let's look at Moissonnus Vendange. But let's look at applies powerful to one of the allies to repeat targets. That could be good. But I'm gonna go more for offense, so we won't do that. These guys look friendly up here though. Hey, are you friendly? Oh, by the way, just for giggles, since they already have their legs, they attack me. I'm gonna see element. I want this will probably be my final party. Yeah, okay, they are not going to be friendly. We'll take this guy out first. And then let's see if we can get, so we're going to do this elemental trick and then do elemental genesis. That's the prescription. And we do mayhem to break. But let's see if we can get 4 criticals.
Elements converge.
Got it. Yeah, I got all 4. Alright, so here's what I like about Oh, okay, I'm gonna have to buff her AP up because what I wanted her to do is intervention. We'll do a searing bond. That wasn't bad. No damage. Man, these guys are all over the place.
Nice.
Oh, cool. This guy has a... Oh, shoot. I might have to die because that guy might have a leg. Although I think they'll still call him Oracle in. Shoot. I think these guys will respawn though if I had to guess.
Diary.
312 avoid damage.
Converge.
Making 4 stains pretty quickly. They are susceptible to burn. Alright. Sorry, CL. I'm going to have to put your... No, I think that's the way we have to go up anyway. Okay. Because I'm terrified of not getting a leg that I need. Let's see though. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's got 7 left to get. Also, what is breakpoint? Does a stream single target damage 1 hit, uses weapon limit, fills the target's breakpoint and breaks it. Ooh, that's nice. That's a great graded attack. Which makes me think she won't have hers. Virtuoso strike. That's actually a really good one. Puts in virtuoso stance. Applies 10 burn to all enemies and revives all allies at 57% health. That could be nice. Let's see what his are. Assault or sabotage. That's not that great. Striker. It's okay. Angel Eyes would be really good. Alright. Her last one is Skybreak. Does extreme damage to all enemies of 1 hit. Gives 3 light stains. Only depends on which stains Loon has the most. That's pretty cool. Extreme damage, and it can break, and it depends on what has the most elements. I don't know what it does in case of a tie. Shadowbringer. Oh, that's been pretty good. Doom. That's really good and can break. Alright. Well, we're here for Maelle. Okay, so I think this is actually the way up. So I'm going to go back to this paint spike. And actually, since this is Maelle's quest, I'm going to have her... Does she have rips in her pantyhose? Alright, I'm going to switch her back to... For battle dress. I mean dress in terms of military, not that it's an actual dress. Like a whip. Alright. So we'll see if this just leads to a treasure area. Or if it continues, if there's a shortcut. Let's see. There's treasure over here. Color of alumina. I'm gonna have to start using those, I think. There's really nothing else to do up here. I can see. Man, that's an old plane. That's pretty cool. They got carpenter's tools up here. I was a carpenter back in the day. These back memories. Never built anything like this. But my theory was right that that was just a treasure up there, so I might as well go get it rather than backtrack. Let's see, how did he get over there? Probably from that platform. Got it. I kind of want to go in that balloon. I wonder if the balloon's a shortcut. You can open up. This is actually pretty linear. I just actually remember Monoco was part of the park. Okay, this is one of these dudes. Just let me know if he had another leg. Hey, he's sad. Should we talk to him? Nope. No opportunity. Yeah, there's no leg. It's heavy. One's pretty cool. Alright, this is where it's all over for you, sir. Let's spin off. Man, that's a brutal amount of damage. That skill is... could be considered somewhat overpowered. Someone hiding back here? I cannot get around there.
Are they trying to fix things or break things?
She who grasps the sky. They're jealous. They wish to destroy her work. Pull her back to the ground.
Is this part of the parable?
Everything is.
Yeah, I would... Alright, so I don't have any patience for them now. I'm not going to try to talk to them because they're trying to tear her down. I don't like negativity. Let's see. This way appears to be more of a dead end. Oh, there's a treasure too. Alright, boys, here we go.
Time to bleed.
He will do Sacrifice Explosion. I might change that. So far that's worked perfectly. I think her critical might be up above 100% or at 100%, which is that's what she needs. She's a heavy. Doesn't have anything though, so we'll attack. Burn, got him. That's funny. It's a lot of damage. Alright, so I want to... Yeah, her critical rate is 108%. So she can always do criticals, which is important for filling up her weapon with stains. Or maybe it's her palette. Okay. Let me see if I want to change. Sacramental Explosion may not be getting it. What's another caster? Element? I don't understand sorting by element. Okay. Little Bash, that's caster. Medium single target physical damage. Okay, let's see. Sacramental Explosion. Medium lightning. So that doesn't improve any. So this is the fun of figuring it out. Creates powerful. Applies power to 1 to 3 allies. I might actually do that. Maybe. Applies regen. That does not work because we use inverted. Sacramental Explosion. Applies random buff to 1 to 3 allies. That's interesting. Does high dart damage, 3 hit. That takes 6 though. That's high dart damage, so that's pretty good. We got. Let's see if there's anything else that might be better. Low single target damage, but it deals extra break damage, increased break damage. Alright, I gotta make sure there's a way to break. I'm sure Bonk can break. Moisse News Vendange can break. You know what? I'm gonna try to make him a breaker. I'm gonna go with Diminutor Thunder. It's cheap and it deals a bunch of break damage. Alright. Good talk, everybody.
Oh, lovely.
Training Cleanse. Consume 1 AP to prevent status effects. Application if possible. That's going to increase your health. So she's 8% over. So I could afford to change random defense out. I don't like that much for something that has 26% critical rate. Let's go by critical rate. That's too low. Nope, gotta keep him. Alright, we'll do +1 AP. And that's actually good. Alright, Monoco. So I'm having him learn. Hey, that's actually pretty good. It gives him 2,000 extra health and more defense, but it also he has an AP. He's not going to be able to get a status effect like Curse or whatever. Alright, this is into that. So I'm starting to understand better how they put maps together. I did a little better guessing at what the path forward is. Right, that's where we came down. You know, that laugh made me think we haven't seen a mine in a while. Oh, there's 3 of them. Stendhal. 546,000. Man, that thing hits a ton. So all of these should be critical now. There we go. So now we can do Elemental Genesis. He's at heavy. Let's do Dominion of Thunder. See how much break damage we add. Oh man, that had a ton.
Brace yourselves.
Missed the last. We don't want to attack. Alright, we are going to caster. We are going to do Dominion of Thunder and break this guy. I did not break him. Alright, she's ready for Elemental Genesis. That's we are hitting on all cylinders. Let's take a moment to heal. And as long as we're facing those guys, we'll probably take Monoco out of the party and practice with CL. Because they don't have legs. And these guys are jerks for trying to take down her stuff. I need to get her a Picto or something that gives her more AP. One more AP so she can do an intervention. And go back to Maelle. Let's have a do Searing Bond.
Take this.
Alright, good job. GG, everybody. I'm going to check one thing here. It was low ice fire. What was making him burn? Yeah, I don't really know why he was burning. Does it have to do with Maelle? Because Maelle did Stendhal. Oh, I know why. One of her Pictos are luminous. Yeah. A critical hit makes them burn. Alright, good to go. So I gotta keep in order what I'm doing. I just came down there. Where's the balloon? I don't actually even know where the axon is exactly. After this battle, we'll start finishing it up. I'll take this guy out first. Got him. Alright. I'm gonna probably change her skills because the ones on the left she just doesn't need. With this, how I plan on doing it. He's got a pliers and a nail. There we go. Alright. And this will affect burning enemies too, so we'll hit this guy because it'll affect the other guy as well.
Take this. Ready to evade.
Missed. Arise, Luna.
I'm back.
We'll go with per se. Man, she's so powerful. Oh, hey, where did he come from?
Let the ink flow.
I did not know there's another 3 there.
Take this.
Let's dance.
That was quicker. She's got 7. Can't quite do Stendhal, but she can do 8 for Ray Fury. No, she wants. She is not virtuoso stance. Should do per se. Alright. We've missed one of the parries, but that's okay. There's something up there. Alright, I am going to go ahead and end the episode here. If I just look around a little bit, can't get through there. And I want to draw your attention to the Free Time Creators Collective. I will eventually have links to the Discord and some of the OG channels in the description, but that takes a little while because of my process of how I post videos. Oh, I think I can take a balloon there. That'll be fun. Can't go through there. That's distressing. So go to Discord and search for Free Time Creators Collective. Check us out. Is that the treasure in there I missed? Oh no, that's just sky showing through. I can't get there. Alright. So you'll meet out there, of course, me, Stubbs the Wizard, your host of the most, as you know. Oh, there's something.
Interesting.
But you will also meet, I'm not great, who I mentioned, my buddy out there that we do a lot of playthroughs together. Like, we just finished a Bloodborne 10th anniversary playthrough, which was what we call in Indiana a hoot. It was a lot of fun, and so he's a good friend out there. Check him out. I check out his channel first of all the other people at the Free Time Creators Collective, because our channels are very similar, and if you like mine, you'll like his. And if you don't like mine, you'll probably still like his. So yeah, check his out. But you got other people out there like Plumberry Delicious, Mindless Meat, K-Dog's Kennel, Holly's Adventures, Big Baby J, Iris and Ophris, all sorts of people out there, all nice, kind people. So go out there, join us, check us out, you know, like the video, subscribe to the channels if you want, leave them comments. One of the great things about the smaller channels is we answer all the comments. The other great thing is you have fewer, if any, ads. Is there anything to do over here? No. So check us out. The only rule we have is be nice. That's it. It's all about encouragement and being positive, and you know, helping and watching the smaller channels grow. And as this video, I'd appreciate a like, subscribe to the channel if you would, leave me some comments. As I said, I'll answer all of them. Look forward to hearing from you, and I appreciate you watching. As long as you keep watching them, I'll keep making them. Thanks.